many of you guys know, Ghost of Tabor is brutal. One wrong move and you're dead, broke, like this, or you have nothing in your bunker. In today's video, I'm going to go over the top 10 mistakes new players make so you can stay alive in your raids and get more loot. First mistake people make is going in gear the second they get gear. If they get the game, they'll have one good raid, and then they instantly put on their best gear and then die. My tip is to just learn the basics first and not go in and get full rescue, because you could go into the raid just like this, and next thing you know, boom, you're dead because you don't know the basics of the game. Always learn the basics of the game. So what I would do is I would run budget kits first and then progress farther as you learn the basics of the game. Another thing people do is they just loot everything and they don't watch around their surroundings. So they'll just end up grabbing everything. Go like this. They'll go and they'll just grabbing everything. They'll go and they'll stash it in there. They don't pay attention to their surroundings. There's gonna be shots, someone right over there. They don't even care about it. They can just run over here, grab like a purple or something. Just looting, doing all this stuff, and then poof, they get killed because there's a person right here and they weren't paying attention. What you need to do is you need to take what you need. Like, let's say you have like a SKS, so yeah, you would take this obviously for protection. Take the purple for protection, but always be careful of like your surrounding and what's going on. Like AP, yeah, take AP. Empty fruit can though, don't take that. Don't be distracted on stuff like that. You don't want to die with a bunch of shit. You just want to pay attention and loot what you need. Another mistake is people walk around the map and they don't listen to any sound cues. If they hear shots or something, they'll instantly just run away and hide. Or they just run around the map making a bunch of noise and then kill. And they wonder why they get killed while they're making a bunch of noise. It's usually best to just, like, if you hear shots like over there, it's usually best just to slowly walk over there and not make footsteps. And then once you get there, then swing and shoot them. But you always want to be quiet, and you don't want to move around with people nearby to blow your cover. That's just a really good tip. I would not blow your cover by running and just speed running everywhere. Alright, the next mistake people make is not knowing the maps. Not knowing the maps can cause you to get lost, cornered, or, even worse, not extract with your loot. What you need to do is you need to go to Island and go into training and do a training raid. You need to go into Mall and do a Mall training raid. And you need to go into a Silo raid. You need to go into a Silo training raid and learn that map. And you need to learn Maka. You need to learn that map. I would not do Maka Underground for right now. It's a very big map. It's hard to learn. I would not learn this map. So first I would learn all the extracts and all the high tier spawns in these 4 maps first, and then you can learn Maka. That's just my advice. Alright, the next mistake people make is not checking their mags and not checking their ammo. If you go into a raid and you have like a gun that you want to fill up and you get back to base and you stick the mag in there and you grab the wrong ammo, or if you crafted the wrong ammo, that's really gonna suck. Or if you go into raid and you only have 1 tick in your mag, and you run over and you get into raid and you have 1 tick and there's a gear kid run in front of you and spray him and then boom, you're out of ammo. Always check your ammo. That's a very important thing to check. On that topic, what a lot of people do is fumble their reloads and fumble their attachments. If you're in a really scary fight or something, you're fighting someone like this, and you run out of ammo, you hear the clicks. A lot of people just and they'll like stagger around and they can't get the mag back into their gun. What you need to practice is reaching, grabbing a mag, and slowly putting it in, and then cocking it back and shooting again. It's a huge mistake people make. The next mistake I see people make a lot of the times is just passing by armor. If you're in a raid, you're just running, see armor like a T1 armor on the ground, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna grab that, it's bad. And then you keep running and you die to scavs. You die to like 1 shot to a gun. You have no armor. Grab every armor that you can find. If it's better, if you have no armor, put it on. It helps a shit ton and will protect you way more from gunshots. Even if it's light helmet, even if it's like a light armor, light helmet, all this stuff, it can save you in fights. You always want armor. Always grab it. The next mistake people make is doing this. They do not organize their bag. They just go, they grab, and they stuff everything in their bag. A really important tip is just to stash all your stuff properly and put it in your bags properly. Like kind of aligned with this. So boom, Just like that, you already have so much more space in your bag. And you can even lift these just straight up. And boom, you have all this space left. And you always want to have space in your bag. It's super helpful. Next mistake I see a lot is people not extracting early enough. People will just wait, they'll hear gunshots, and then they'll sit and hear, like, they'll sit, shoot. Alright, the next mistake I see a lot is people just not extracting early. They hear gunshots like right over here. They'll hear them, they'll run and they'll hide behind an area. And they'll sit here for the whole raid waiting for them while they have like a purple in their back. They'll sit here, they'll wait for them, and they'll never end up coming. They'll turn the corner, and then boom, they're dead because they waited the entire raid too long and lose the purple that they have. So if you're in a fight like this and you're just sitting here and you're like have good stuff, you're just like, man, I really want this stuff. Just leave it. You'll get that stuff later. I promise. Just leave the fight. Get out with what you want. Alright, for the last one, a huge mistake I see is spraying and praying. Just like this. You'll be in a fight. Okay, what I mean by this is like when you spray or pray, like spraying and praying in like fights. Like you freeze up when you get into fights. Like you go and you'll go like this and you'll see someone, you're like, oh, you'll shoot all around them. Like you won't focus. Like you go, oh, and the recoil gets to you and you miss all of your shots. It's a really bad habit that people make a lot of time. You need to focus on staying calm, breathing. So if you see someone, you need to go like, boom, boom, and if they get you low, you need to go and you pop a med like instantly. They get you low, boom, 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 pop a med. You want to have cover at all times. If you hear a grenade, run back, obviously, to save yourself, and then you just go, take your time, repeat, repeat, and you're good, just like that. It'll save you a lot of the times. Always fire in like controlled bursts just because of how bad recoil is. Or like bonus tip, always organize your bag. Don't just rush and stuff in there. It's kind of like the one I was talking about earlier. But what I mean by this is just like organize your stuff. Like you don't want to have it everywhere. Like before raid, you don't want to have your meds spread out like all through your bag. And your food just in random places. You just want to have your stuff nice and organized before you get into raid, just in case. So you know exactly where it's at. You're not just reaching in, trying to grab it. If you master all these, you'll be way ahead of every new person in Ghost of Tabor. If you learn anything, like anything from this video, if you could just drop a like and comment what tip helped you the most, that'd be greatly appreciated. And maybe just subscribe. And that's all I have for you. I'll see you next time.